the maximum man. And of course, he's played more snooker than anyone at the Championship League this year. He's been runner-up in the first 2 groups. So this is, in fact, his...
I don't know what's more impressive. The fact that Jack Jo very soon, I believe, and she's sat through every match so far. Fair play to her.
His scoring has been really superb. It's one of those results at the time, it maybe went unnoticed, but of course that was only a few weeks before. Confidence is what all the players are looking for.
On the blue, it's a pretty
14.
It's pretty much a free shot in. Well, he's really got into that, and look at the work he's got on the cue ball.
20. $36.
He's had here have helped him already beat that total. Be there next week. Still, though, chance to...
A few balls away now from securing this opening frame in pretty quick time. From at his best today. A couple of problems along the way. Things to contend with.
Had a little session with him between the snooker sessions. Very impressive start, this.
74. 82.
Yeah, he went high on the cue ball initially there. Sort of teased at the fact that he was going to...
Yeah, and it will be 11 centuries in the 19 matches he's played, but they're short matches, aren't they? You know, they're only best of 5s.
98.
Superb. Looking for the cannon to the red.
Because that red was very nearly cuttable into that left middle pocket. Well, that time Ronnie able to... He's a very patient player, Jack Jones. He won't be tempted by anything.
To get himself into shape for the second half of the season.
That's the second time that Ronnie's an open game here. this red's close. It's all the way.
One. Jack Jones 1.
It's very easy to either over or undercook that type of shot.
Positions broken down. Like to end the day on a high. I think he's come here, you know, it's not about winning the group for Ronnie. I say it's practice, and that means playing well. Not just playing, but you know, feeling that he's hitting the ball nicely.
$14. 22.
Again, just taking the option, and it's worked out fine. So, well, he's lost the cue ball.
30.
Ahead of the Masters, and it's just not quite happening for him.
30.
Yeah, and it's that exact type of shot that he just broke down on there, Ronnie, that has just been costing him today. Those little touch shots. If you're not quite getting the feel out of the tip, it can be very...
Yeah, nicely controlled. Long red.
Nine. 30.
One of those, though, isn't it? I mean, he could struggle.
20. Thank you.
Staying away from that lemon drizzle cake they have there 24/7 in that players' room.
$58. 66.
Well, in the end, it's been a lovely...
73.
I'm going to make sure to keep practicing and hopefully one.
But that's pushed him on to keep working, to keep practicing,
84.
to look for new ways. He's with... So as I say, despite that mishap, the frame is his. Ronnie O'Sullivan levels up with Jack Jones.
84.
And immediately up from that one. It wasn't too difficult. That one that Ronnie's just crunched in, much more difficult.
Cheers.
Looking for a 9th Masters title.
Cheers. Thank you.
And most of the... Now, is he on one here?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 24.
Yeah, I guess the only heavy defeat was Judd Trump.
Because it's a clash of two titans, isn't it? What an amazing way to kick off the Masters that will be.
In a row. As John Higgins has had a couple of cues, just fascinating how they don't rest on their laurels.
I think he's got another title in him still, John Higgins.
Well, meanwhile,
Thank you.
covered nicely.
9.
Get in on Higgins, you know, he dropped out the era, and you know, people were starting to think, okay, well,
16.
thanks for everything, John. And yeah, and of course the
22.
third member of that club, Mark Williams, has done it as well, hasn't he? You know, won the Tour Championship. won the most matches at the Masters, made 40 more centuries than the next player on the list.
Jones made to let Ronnie in for this visit, and it could have gone wrong a couple of times for Ronnie, but Reds, he left the red to middle.
I think the thing today with O'Sullivan, he's played properly.
The rail. He just bullied that red into the pocket. Does look in a mean move.
On for the ton, but
76.
He's made a frame-winning break, likely to be a
85.
charge through it.
98.
A terrific 98 clearance from the Rocket to lead Jack Jones here. 2-1. He needs one more frame for victory.
Well, he needed something, Jack Jones, and that might just be that some. But importantly, the red went in, and he's followed it up with a good pot on the black.
9.
Split now, but he's too straight.
Jack Jones, 22.
Oh, this time they're much thicker.
One.
Saw it actually in the maximum yesterday. There were a couple of moments where he really had to
9.
recover this with the Reds open. So Sullivan opened them up, didn't he, with that thick safety that Stephen mentioned. Selby, by the way, is about to beat Ali. Mark Selby already looking like the man to beat in this group. Of course, he won the title.
25. 33.
Few more pots away from taking us the distance, and
13.
another good strike from Jack, and that's surely now.
Yeah, and it's been from him inconsistent, even within matches. Yeah, I mean, even this time set up a deciding frame finish. Not there,
Jack
though,
Jones.
so one snooker
47.
needed.
One. Nine.
Look to leave the final red on the table. Play a snooker from. It's good to see him
17.
carrying on here for snookers, actually, because he's using this as valuable table time, if anything, just to continue getting used to this new tip.
25.
And a dissect on a day's play and make that decision with a
Sullivan.
clearer mind.
32.
Didn't get the snooker this time. Well, not a very good contact on the object ball. Well, it clearly did.
And now he was mentored by Ray Reardon. Sadly passed away last year. He was an absolute master at the tactical side.
Or where the red is. That's what he's tried. He's just caught a little less of the red than he would have liked, and look at what has happened.
But doesn't pot the red. What a chance. Well, terrific pot. He'll be relieved. You know, another day that snooker's needed here.
Jack Jones won and the
And O'Sullivan has seen enough. So after all that, we are heading into a decider. One more frame to play. Will not be contested in the playoffs tomorrow night. A victory and still a chance with a better day tomorrow of making the top four. Mark Selby will be Sullivan earlier.
This time a much better. Well, he found a path to try and get that. But what it did do is allow... Oh, he's found a pot. It just passed, and that's a brilliant strike from Jack.
One. Jack Jones won. He felt he could, and he could. One.
Well, that's a brilliant shot, because that was a very, very tough. That would really open things up.
Thank you.
Well, he's possibly just...
Well, it's a definite chance, and we. And having said all of that, he misses that black. That was.
Yeah, he certainly wasn't happy with something there, Jack. He was a long, long way away. He did another couple more, so big chance guaranteed here. Just keeps a close white around the black spot.
70.
He's opened all the reds now.
25.
They're all potable. No cannon.
And if you can bring it out for a sustained spell, you can still, of course. Having said that, he's actually played a couple of matches he lost. He played with Barry Hawkins. You know, he's playing good stuff, and Barry
40.
raised his game.
49.
He's come closer, I guess, than anyone has over the years.
To show how much he still wants to win and how much pride he still takes in his...
66.
Yeah, I mean, for all that he sort of supposedly struggled, it would be...
84. 93.
Of course he can.
160.
Ronnie O'Sullivan finishes off in style 106 to complete a 3-2 victory